All right, I just wanted to give a quick update on how to separate rooms. I'm not sure if this is a 2026 update. And again, the video I have for this is about like 5 years old of how to separate rooms and add tags. But one of the things we were talking about in this semester of spring of 2026 is that we want to be fairly precise on where like our cut lines are for different departments. So you can see I kind of have some walls here, but like if I were to use the room tag now, it's going to think that like all of this space is one room. So if I see how I float over, it's really having a hard time understanding what are separate divisions. It doesn't have a hard time understanding individual rooms. So like you don't actually have to go and like trace out the interior of this room because it gets the geometry of that. But the rest of the space is pretty wide open because a lot of you have very open floor plans. It gets a little confusing. One of the things that works out is if you do have some solid surfaces, like I do have a wall here, kind of defining my corridor, and I have a wall here. Some of these surfaces, Revit will kind of allow you to use almost as like a break point. If you don't have some of these things already drawn in here, you still are going to have to kind of like create the spaces yourself. One of the things I wanted to show you as I was going through and updating my model that became kind of obvious for me. Right, so I already have some lines in here, so it already understands. I put some room separator lines here, but I'm going to put one here and then over here because this is one department and this is a second department here. So if you go to here, you're on the architecture tab, you go to room separator. So instead of actually having to trace the whole area, I can just kind of almost like close off spaces. It's okay that it got the center of the wall. That's fine. I'm just going to go straight up and it kind of sort of hits there. And then I'm also going to do one over here to sort of block off this department over here. So right now, I actually have an old version that I'm looking at. This is from 2021 when I did kind of a full set. So this section here is my content communications. This one is marketing. So if I go back onto my new plan and I want to label it now, I click on the room button, say room, and then I kind of hover over here to the left. So the first one I want to get is this one. I'm going to just do the two one after the other and then just update the numbers again. So let's see, we'll go back to, and that was, let me remind myself, it was content communications and marketing. All right. So again, to just kind of edit these labels, you kind of have to just like left click twice, like right onto the name. So this was, oh, good Lord, I'm forgetting everything today. Content creation, I think. So all capitals, content, and I can go back and edit this if I'm wrong. Creation. 136 is picking up from other numbers I've been working from doing this model over and over again. So it's actually going to be 113. That's where I left off. So instead of 136, 113. This one, and you might get some quirks. Mine is that at some point in this project, I had a 113, which if I now deleted, so that's why I'm getting that yellow. A lot of the errors that come up with this, honestly, you can kind of ignore because some of it is just telling you if you're like overlapping and things like that. It's trying to be helpful, but it's more quirky than anything else. But other spaces here, so same idea with over here. This is one department. This is a second department. So if I want to separate those out now, I just go to the room separator. And in my case, I'm now going to just draw a line from here to here and then kind of hit escape. And now I'm going to go from this left edge over here to this column on the right. And then now if I would suggest go sequentially. So you're going to go from 114, 15, 16, 17. This will now be 18. But again, if I want to tag this one now, I can kind of hover over it and it should recognize this is its own square. See that? So there's 118. Down here, it looks like I need to close something off down here to get this to not kind of like sort of spill over all into here. So for this department, I'd probably just put a line right here. But I have to double check because I think this is that people operations where it's just like a small group over here. So I might actually do a line across here. But again, this is where you want to take some time and just sort of kind of look at the geometry of the spaces you're working with. I started down here again with 101, 102, 103, and I'm working my way sequentially, so clockwise around. I have not yet labeled my corridors, but eventually these will kind of be blocked off too. So these will probably be one of my last numbers, and then I'll go like boom, boom, here, then probably the bathrooms, and then probably the storage areas here and like the hallways and stuff. I can kind of show you what it looks like on my original version. Again, this is a much older version, so I had project marketing here, creative department. So you can kind of see where there was a line across here. It's now since been hidden, but you can see sort of the box that we created. Remember my kind of hint that you do want to be fairly precise in where you're outlining, because later on we're going to use some of these spaces to figure out square footage. You're going to be using this model again junior year, so pay attention to that too. Again, come in with this done as cleanly as possible Monday, because we are then going to quickly start making all our floor plans and sheet sets all together in class Monday. You want this done because you don't want to have to go back and do this multiple times or copy and paste from other plans. It gets kind of messy. So you want to be doing this work on level 10. You're putting everything in on level 10. Then we're going to be like duplicate and saving it, and then renaming it as our floor plan, our furniture plan, and then we're going to be starting to throw them on sheets. So I will step us all through that in Monday's class, but I just wanted to sort of give you this hint because I sent you a video, but the video is getting kind of old. So eventually we'll have like a more updated one for that. But in the meantime, hopefully this helps you out.